Here's an example of how the Avistar C3 Enterprise works from the desktop. You would just double click on the Avistar icon down on your taskbar. That brings up, and from the screen you'll see a green call button, and you can see exactly who's available on your hosted network. From this point you can add these people to your direct connect, and that's the black bar that's at the top or sides of your screen. It's like instant messaging. It just lets you know who's available right now. And from the list you'll just pick one of your endpoints, and I'll go ahead and initiate a video call. I could either double click on the name or just hit the call button. And I have them all on auto answer, so it should take about 2 rings, and I'm now in a video call. It's really easy to use. From this point on, I could hang up the call, put them on hold, and you actually have a second line, and I'll zoom in on just to see a little closer look. There is a second line. I could put the first endpoint on hold and make a completely different call, completely separate from the other one. But right now, I'll just add to this one. I'll call our conference room, and that's on the same line as the first one. And just like that, after a couple of rings, we're going to be in a 3-way multi-party video call. And that's pretty easy. You saw how fast that was. And at this point I could right click on any of these endpoints. I could put them on hold. I could hang up with just that particular endpoint. And also I could put my picture-in-picture on, but in a multi-party call it's not really necessary because I can see myself right here. But otherwise that's how it looks from the desktop point of view with Avistar. And here is a view from our conference room. I'm actually in the top right corner right now. It's kind of hard to see me, but this is how it would look from a group conferencing point of view. Right here we're actually, well, let me zoom out. This is a pretty decent sized conference room. It can fit about 15 to 20 people, and right here is the PTZ camera that we're using. It's just mounted on the side, and that makes a huge quality difference with the video quality. And this just shows you how the C3 Enterprise can work to quickly initiate multi-party video calls and how it'll look to the desktop and conference room users. And lastly, here is the perspective from a smaller to medium-sized conference room. This is a 60-inch plasma display that we're using on this one. And just real quick so you can see how big the room is. That's pretty much it. Just enough room for this small desk right here. And the client's running on the computer with the small camera in the corner right here. And that's how the quality comes across, and it's extremely good quality. And now I'm in the bottom left-hand corner, as you can see. And that's just another perspective from another type of group conferencing with the Avistar C3 Enterprise. Okay, and this is an example of the Avistar Standalone or point-to-point video conferencing client. The same thing, I'll go down to the taskbar, double click on that icon, and this is the interface of the Standalone. It's much simpler. There are a few basic buttons: mute, picture-in-picture, place a call on hold, hang up, volume control. And right here you'll have your contact list, your call history, a keypad if that's necessary. This is your management center where you would declare your audio video devices, register to a SIP, server, things like that. And this shows your network health and your call settings. I guess when you're in a call, it lets you know if there's any dropped late packets, things like that. But right now I'll just go ahead and put in another endpoint that's registered on the same SIP server at 192.168.0.10. And this is just another endpoint, actually one of our Grandstream phones, and this is how it'll look. Get my microphone ready.
Justin.
Hey Chintan, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, good, sounds good. And this is the interface of the Standalone. It is widescreen because it supports 720p, and one of the best things about the Standalone is that it has this full screen mode. It'll just take over your entire screen, and the C3 Enterprise does not have that capability at all. And if this was a widescreen camera, it would take up the entire screen, but since he's on the Grandstream, it's a smaller camera with a different aspect ratio. But go ahead and just, how are you doing today, Chintan? You doing okay?
I'm doing good, yep. Pretty much busy. Ronan is not here, so doing lots of stuff.
Oh, okay, well that's just an example of how the Standalone works. And I'll hit escape, bring us back to the regular menu, and there you go. Thank you very much, Chintan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.